Hi, I'm Andrea. Thanks for joining me for this 30-minute yoga practice. I do happen to have a yoga mat. If you don't have one, don't let that stop you. A carpeted area in your house that's not too slippery is going to be just fine. I love to have a chair nearby, just in case. It's great for standing balance, for getting to the floor, all sorts of things. And I'll give you options with our chair if that suits you. A couple of blocks, maybe thick books will do the trick as a substitute for you. And then a folded blanket of some sort. It can be a beach towel, the throw blanket from your bed, or from your couch. And I also have my dog here as a prop. You may see her as we make our way through. If you don't have a dog, you could substitute a cat or a grandchild or someone who practices with you. Those are good props to have. They all prop us up, don't they? Let's get started as we often do in our mountain pose. So feet hip distance. Turn your palms away from each other. Let that happen at your shoulder joint so we get a sense of an uplift to our heart in the physical part of the pose, but also in that uplift of spirit kind of a feeling. Soft bend in your knees, feet in the earth, head to the sky. And a sense of landing right where we are. And to further this idea of landing in our heart, take your hands and just place your hands on top of your heart. Feel its unique rhythm and beat, your personal music and tempo. Notice your breath and your heartbeat and how they relate. You can keep a gaze that's soft towards the horizon, or if you're comfortable, close your eyes. But really let that be enough right now. Rise and fall of breath, beating of your heart, slowing things down. If you're able, see if you can breathe just through your nose. And if that's not working for you today, it doesn't mean you're doing it wrong. Breathe any way that you can. All I ask is that you breathe with awareness. 3 silent moments here. Now release your arms along your side, palms face out. A couple of sun salutes. Inhale, thumbs to the sky, a V shape. Exhale, hinge at your hips, take your hands to your thighs. Inhale, extend some length through your spine. Exhale, deepen the hinge at your hips, but your head never goes lower than your hips. And then inhale, arms out and up, thumbs to the sky, and float your arms along your sides, stand into your mountain. Again, like that, inhale, arms out and up, thumbs to the sky, V shape, and then exhale, hinge at your hips, hands to your thighs. Inhale, extend that heart. The heart you had your hands on moments ago, and then exhale, hinge at your hips. Inhale, arms out and up, thumbs to the sky, and then stand into your mountain. One more time like that. Inhale, thumbs to the sky, V shape. Exhale, hinge at your hips, hands to your thighs. Inhale, extend your heart. Exhale, hinge at your hips. Inhale, arms out and up, thumbs to the sky. And then float your arms along your side. Step wide. So if you had a mat, you'd be facing the long edge of your mat. Maybe you do. If you don't worry about it. Arms out to the side, thumbs to the sky, so we don't shrug our shoulders into our ears ever here. Heels in and toes out. Now when I say that, I don't mean you're trying to point your toes all the way out to the side. Let it be at a bit of a diagonal, like you're doing a squat or maybe a plie. And then bend your knees. Straighten your legs and float your arms along your sides, palms face out. Let's be rhythmic with that. Inhale, bend your knees, thumbs to the sky, arms reach out to the side. Exhale, stand it up, float your palms away, straighten your arms, your legs. Inhale, thumbs to the sky. Exhale, stand it up. Inhale, so dynamic movement, and exhale. Inhale, plieing, or horse stance, they call it sometimes. Straightening your legs as the exhale. Twice more, I'll be quiet. Bend your knees, thumbs to the sky, pause. Shoulders are out of the ears, that's the thumbs to the sky. Low belly draws in, so we don't turn this into a giant back bend in our lower back, which is tempting, I think, for all of us. Turn both thumbs down, and then either place backs of the hands at the small of the back, and keep your collarbones smiling. If you can keep both your collarbones and maybe everything else smiling, and start to make your way towards a prayer behind your back, that could be where you head with it, but it's also lovely to just position the backs of your hands on the small of your back. And keep the low belly lifting, stay with your legs. Sense that your heels are stamping into the ground here. Can you feel your heart beating, even though we now have our hands on the other side of our heart? 2 more moments here. Now slowly straighten your legs, slide your arms down, palms face out, like a really wide-legged, turned-out mountain. Maybe we look almost more like the shape of a mountain. 2 moments with a soft gaze, bringing us back to our breath. Take your hands to your heart and feel that heartbeat once again. Feel it in such a way that it can come with us into our next posture, and then the next, and actually come with us when we roll up our mat and head out into the world where I think the real yoga happens. Thumbs to the sky, arms out to the side, and then bend your knees for our plie. This time, place your hands on your thighs. And then with both hands on your thighs, just a little turn to your left with your right shoulder dropping down a bit, not your right shoulder crowding into your ear. And here's another tricky thing. Can you keep both knees equally bent? It's kind of an ongoing question. Now you can stay here, it's perfect. Or take your left arm behind your back and give yourself a little extra half bind, almost like that half prayer twist. In fact, you could take the back of your left hand to the small of your back here. One last little thing to check on. Are you throwing your chin forward? See if you can find what I often call your little tangerine underneath your chin, and you don't squeeze it, you don't lose it. Back to the center with both hands on our thighs just for a moment. Straighten your legs, pause. Rebend. Keep your hands on your thighs, and this time it's the left shoulder that will just drop down a bit as we turn to the right. A few moments here. See if you can find an evenness to the bend in your knees and the rise and fall of your breath and the balance between effort and surrender. Now, right hand could go either back of the hand to the small of the back or a little bit of a bind here. It's up to you. Take a few more moments, just like this. Now return your right hand onto your thigh. Slowly straighten your legs, turn your palms out, and now turn all of your toes to face that long edge of your mat. Can you feel your heartbeat? You're always welcome to actually place your hands there again. Heel toe your feet together so that we can maneuver some props. If you like to do triangle pose with your chair, which is actually a great way to do it, just slide your chair to the middle of your mat so that you can put your hand on the seat of your chair if you'd like to. If you're using blocks, situate your blocks on that back long edge of your mat so they're not underfoot when we do our thing. And then arms out to the side, thumbs to the sky, and we measure approximately ankles underneath wrists. You have your props set up. You have that sensibility of your heartbeat and your breath dancing together. Now turn your right leg out so that your right foot faces that short edge of your mat and cheat your left heel back at 45 degrees. Now this is not going to be flexion, side flexion, it's a hip hinge. So let your left hip lift up, like a karate chop into that right hip. Reach way out with your right hand, and then find either your tall block or the seat of your chair. Keep your left thumb to the sky. Press a little oomph into your right big toe mound, and we feel a juicy stretch on the inseam of our right leg and the back of our right leg. Now, just as we did in our plie or horse stance, turn your left thumb to face down, and then just carefully place the back of your left hand into the small of your back and feel the smile of your collarbones. Let your right ribs, your bottom ribs, feel as long as your top ribs as you rotate your chest towards the sky, which is a little bit like that twist that we were doing in our plie. Feel your heartbeat dance with your breath. A few silent moments here just to let that be your soundtrack. Now keep your left arm behind your back if you don't mind, and look down at your right foot so that you know where you are. Begin to bend your right knee so that it becomes a warrior two stance. It's really called side angle. Now you can keep your hand on the seat of your chair or on that tall block. You're also welcome to do what we often do, which is the karate chop of the right forearm across the thigh. So whatever feels best to you is the best. That's our story, and we're sticking to it. Now try to find length through those bottom ribs and a rotation of not your chin and neck, but your torso towards the sky. So we're using our side waist muscles, which are important muscles to inspire. 2 more moments here. See if you can feel your right hip hug underneath your body like it's trying to make its way to your left toes. A few things in the area of mindfulness on our way out. So first, look down. Take your left thumb to the sky. And keep that front knee bending. Just carefully move your block off your mat so it's not in your way, and come up to warrior two, thumbs to the sky. It's true if you had your hand on your chair or your forearm across your thigh. Just a moment here, and then straighten the front leg. Lower your arms, turn your palms out. Turn all toes to face that long edge of your mat. And then rotate your left leg so that your left foot faces that short edge of your mat. Cheat your right heel at a 45-degree angle. Thumbs to the sky. Remember, it's not a side bend. It's a hinge at the hip. So now it's our right hip that lifts up. We've got a little cut at the hip here. Reach out, and then left hand onto your block or left hand onto the seat of your chair. Right thumb to the sky. And now we get our juicy stretch on our left leg. And maybe even in the lower right quadrant of your back. Sometimes I feel it there quite a bit. Spin the inner upper arms away from each other. Come back to your breath, dancing with your heartbeat. Right thumb faces down, back of your right hand to the small of your back. And then feel that smile from your heart. And when I say your heart, I mean the physical rotation of your chest to the sky. And I mean the sparkly heart inside your spirit. 3 moments just as we are here. Now look down. And start to bend your left knee so that your legs are in a warrior two position. And if you need a wider stance, front to back, no problem. You have options. You can keep your left hand on your block or on your chair, seat. You can take your left forearm across that left thigh. All of them are great options. And remember your tangerine, so we're not making this rotation happen from our chin. It's tempting because that's very able to do that. We want to invite those side waist muscles to our heart opening party. And breathe into your heart both That idea of leading with your heart as we twist, but also the sparkly inward heart. 3 moments here. A careful and mindful dismount, right thumb to the sky, look down. Now, bending that front knee, move your prop off to the side and come upright, thumbs to the sky in your warrior two. So it doesn't matter if it was a block, you move it off to the side. If it was your forearm, you don't have to worry about that. And if it's your chair, it's probably just where it is right now. Straighten your front leg, turn all toes to face that long edge of your mat, heel toe, until you can find your hip distance mountain. We'll move this to the front of our mat, and with it, we will move our props. So if you know that you like to use your thick blocks, place them on either side of your mat, not underfoot, mind you, but just off to the side where you can still place your mountain in between them. If you like to use your chair, it might be that it's midway down your mat and you need to relocate it towards the front, and then you'll just have to maneuver where it feels like it's within reach. Totally great tools, all of them. Stand into your mountain, palms face out. Inhale, thumbs to the sky, V shape. Exhale, hinge at your hips and hands to your thighs. Inhale, extend your heart. Remember the heart you had your hands on. And then either place your hands onto the seat of your chair or take your hands to your tall blocks and step your left foot back. Now sometimes I like to have my right foot to the right a little bit so that I feel like I've got a sturdy foundation, because you just never know what we're going to play with while we're here. Now lift your low belly so that you feel supported, and remember, we've got a deal where your head never goes lower than your hips. We'll stay for just a couple moments in our foundation here. Now firm even more through your belly and be willing to put a little bend in your back knee in case it's helpful. We'll come upright, thumbs to the sky. So here we are, elevating our heart, lifting our low belly. Now back bends and twists both come from those side waist muscles, which we noticed in our last set of postures. This time we're going to twist over to our right, thumbs to the sky. There'll come a place where that's about as far as it can go. Uplift in your heart with your inhale. Investigate a little bit of twist in your exhale and keep breathing. Three moments just like that. Unwind, thumbs to the sky, hands return to your blocks or to the seat of your chair, firm through your belly, and step your left foot hip distance from your right, hands to your thighs. Inhale. Exhale, hinge at your hips. Inhale, thumbs to the sky, arms overhead, and then float your arms along your sides. Second side. Inhale, arms out and up, thumbs to the sky, V shape. Exhale, hinge at your hips and hands to your thighs. Inhale, heart forward, hands onto the seat of your chair or hands onto your tall blocks. Step your right foot back this time, and here we are in our lunge position. Left hip is extended back, right hip forward. So we have a little thought of a midline, a plumb line, like a place where the balance exists. Remember that you want to lift your low belly and extend through your spine. Our head stays tall. And then maybe a little bend in your back knee is helpful to come upright, thumbs to the sky. Keep that solid feeling of foundation come from your heart as you turn to your left. Find the sticky point and invite it. That's not where it goes wrong, that's where it goes right. Once you find that pushback, once you find that place where it's a little bit challenging, we're making progress. Breathe into your progress. 3 moments here. Unwind, thumbs to the sky, and then return your hands to your blocks or to the seat of your chair. Make sure your belly's firm as you step right foot hip distance from left, hands to thighs. Inhale. Exhale, hinge at your hips. Inhale, arms out and up, thumbs to the sky. Float your arms along your side. Great. Great, inhale, arms out and up, thumbs to the sky, V shape. Exhale, hinge at your hips and hands to your thighs. Inhale, extend your heart, take your hands to the seat of your chair, to your blocks. Left foot steps back, and this time, without your head lowering any more than your hips, start to straighten your front leg. Now keep that right hip swinging back and left hip swinging forward, so we don't fall for this thing where the right hip swinging out to the side and then the left hand can stay on your block or on the seat of your chair, right thumb to the sky. We have a twist. And we're twisting from our heart. Think of spinning the inner upper arms away from each other so we don't end up rounding and shrugging. Doesn't have to be a big corkscrew kind of a twist. A beautiful heartfelt twist. Unwind your right hand to the seat of your chair or to your block, and then step your left foot hip distance, hands to thighs. Inhale. Exhale, hinge at your hips and fold, and then inhale, arms out and up, thumbs to the sky. Float your arms along your sides. Inhale, arms reach, thumbs to the sky. Exhale, hinge at your hips and hands onto your thighs. Inhale your heart forward, hands to the seat of your chair or to your blocks as your right foot steps back now. So we have the left foot forward. Remember that we keep our head high as we straighten the front leg. It does not need to straighten all the way. I bet for most of us it won't. We've got left hip drawing back and right hip drawing forward. Option to keep your right hand on your block or on the seat of your chair, left thumb to the sky. We add a little twist, a heartfelt twist. 2 more moments, just like this. Now unwind your left hand to your block or to the seat of your chair and re-bend your left knee. Firm through your belly so that we can step right foot hip distance from left, hands to thighs. Inhale. Exhale, hinge at your hips. Inhale, arms out and up, thumbs to the sky, a V shape, and then float your arms along your side. A sun salute to take us to the floor. Inhale, arms out and up. Exhale, hinge at your hips and fold, hands to thighs. Inhale, heart extends, hands onto the seat of your chair or hands onto your tall blocks. And then we'll mindfully bring ourselves to the floor. And we won't need our chair. And for the moment, we're not going to need our blocks. In fact, I'm not sure that we need them any further. But what we do want is to bring our folded blanket or towel into the mix for a seated cross-legged position. So I like to fold mine so that it's quite tall, and sometimes I actually even use a pillow so that I've got plenty of height. Once we cross, a few things. So the reason to prop up on this is so that we don't have our knees to the sky above our hips, or we're trying. It's going to give us an advantage. The other thing is we're not crossing at the ankles. We're going to walk it so that we've got ankles underneath knees, and then find your way to the front of your sit bones. So you're not collapsed into the back of the sit bones, which is going to indicate kind of a rounding. Think of the majesty of your mountain. You could even take your hands on your heart and uplift your heart here in this pose. Thumbs to the sky, a V shape. Turn to your right like the twists that we've done before. Take your left back of the hand, the outside of your right thigh. Turn your right thumb down and think about taking the back of your right hand to the small of your back, or even weaving it into the crease of your hip. And then inhale, grow tall. And exhale, enjoy your twist. Last couple moments here. Unwind, thumbs to the sky, a V shape. Turn to your left, take the back of your right hand to the outside of your left thigh, and then left thumb faces down, and it's either back of your left hand to the small of your back, or reach for the crux of your hip, and then just think inhaling length and exhaling twist. Hi, Tippy. A couple moments here. And then unwind, thumbs to the sky, V shape. Lower your arms, lean back, give yourself just a little waggle with your legs, and then we'll crisscross with the left shin in front. Now first, arms out to the side, thumbs facing down. Take both backs of the hands to the small of your back. It takes us full circle to what we did at the beginning of the practice. This is perfect. All I ask is that you come from the heart. So there's an uplift of your heart. It doesn't have you shrugging. If you want to work on the prayer and that doesn't make the shrug happen, perfect. Meet yourself where you are. Truly come from your heart in every way. I give you the option to stay as we are now, or to gently release your hands and bring them atop your heart in the front like we did at the very beginning. So you get to choose. You get to come from your heart. A full minute with your hands in your prayer towards your heart. And gently let your hands rest in your lap. And you have a choice to make. You can stay here and finish your practice with a seated meditation, maybe even a seated meditation with your hands to your heart. Or you can lie back, as we often do, into our Shavasana, final meditation. Just spill across the floor and let your feet flop open. Take your time getting there. It's appropriate that Tippy is making her appearance in this heart-opening practice because she really opens my heart. And maybe as you meditate or you lie in your Shavasana, you hold in your heart someone or something that is truly what lifts your heart. It's truly heartfelt. 2 minutes here. Back in Shavasana. Start to think about drawing your knees into your chest and gently rolling to either side. Use the strength of your arms so that your head can be the last thing to come up, and join us in a comfortable seat. It doesn't have to be cross-legged. You might like to sit on your perch. One more time, take your hands to your heart. Feel that inner music, that inner magic. And see if you can wear this magic out into the world and share it with those you brush up against. I'm Andrea. Thank you so much for practicing with me. I look forward to us doing it again together soon.